My name is Abby Richburg, and I'm a senior in the Cognitive Science Philosophy track. The career field of my internship was research and psychology in general. I decided on this because this is what I want to do after graduation, and I wanted a funded summer research opportunity that could help me to pursue those career goals. I initially got involved in this internship because I was looking for research-related opportunities, specifically something that would allow me to pursue psychology-related research. And the Honors Summer Fellowship, which is a fellowship through the LSA Honors Program, supports a cohort of around 25 students in pursuing their own honors theses. So you spend the whole summer working on your own honors thesis. Because the nature of the Honors Summer Fellowship is a cohort of students who are all working on their own projects, everyone is able to organize their own schedules and create their own tasks and schedule. You do meet regularly with your cohort of around 25 students, but in general, you're able to organize your own schedule and work on your own project. Because it's working on our senior theses, mine was on my thesis on body image in the LGBTQ community, and I was able to organize my own schedule around working towards that project. Advice that I have for students who are interested in pursuing an internship is that an internship doesn't have to be something in business or anything like that. If you're interested in psychology, cognitive science, research, you can pursue internships and fellowships that are related to those topics.
My name is Eva, and I am a junior on the language track. I decided the career field for my internship, which is therapy, because I knew that I wanted to work with kids with disabilities, and I wanted to get to know how to interact with them. I wanted to understand their diagnoses and their treatment a little better, and I didn't want to become a doctor or become a nurse, so this was kind of a natural field that is there that utilizes psychology and linguistics. I initially got involved because I just did a quick Google search. I was connected to the graduate school here, Rackham, and I found out that there was a clinic that was run by them and that provided different types of therapy services, and I just went online and saw that they were hiring undergraduate interns. After I found this internship, I applied, I wrote a cover letter, I gave them my resume, and I sat through a bunch of interviews, and we just got started with that. Right now, what I do in my internship is I observe different therapy sessions with practicum students who run the sessions and clinicians who also run the sessions. It's a mix of behavioral analysis therapy and psychology, so they kind of mix just both of those aspects to help clients achieve their goals to improve their standard of living. Right now, everything, because of COVID, is on telehealth, which means everything is on Zoom, but undergrad interns kind of just help and support however we can, and also we run some of these sessions. If you're looking to pursue an internship, I just want to say that, first of all, it's really daunting, but when you really find something that you're passionate about, it's really worth it, and it's worth the work, even if it's unpaid. Like, my internship is unpaid, but the kind of observation and education I get from it is just really priceless. So I would just really keep in mind that that's something that you're looking for. It's not really important that you get a really high pay grade. It's really important that the experience you're getting is what you really need for the future.
Hey everyone, my name is Sarah Wish, and I'm a senior studying cognitive science on the Decision and Cognition track. When I was studying abroad in Copenhagen, I took an amazing class called Innovation Through Design Thinking. And design thinking is really all about understanding people and individual experiences in order to make the best products, experiences, or solutions. So that really connected to my cognitive science degree, because cognitive science is all about understanding the mind from multiple perspectives. So this class showed me how to kind of apply that in a real world sense and create meaningful change. I found an internship with an amazing organization called Tikkun Lawmakers, which works with maker communities around the world to solve neglected challenges that impact people with disabilities, the elderly, and more. And so through this internship experience, I've used design thinking frequently to understand people and create the most effective change. And that connects to cognitive science because it's all about understanding people and the minds of people. So I initially got involved in my internship when my original summer plans were canceled due to the virus. And so I reached out to Tikkun Lawmakers because it seemed like an organization that really aligned with my interests. And luckily they were able to take me on as an intern within the organization. And I learned so much from them, and I'm continuing to learn so much from them as I've continued to work part-time for them this year. So right now, during my internship, I'm working on something called the Tikkun Lawmakers Toolkit, the TOM Toolkit, which is working on revamping and redesigning the user experience of individuals who are trying to find resources to build their TOM maker community. So through understanding people and what people are trying to get out of these resources, I'm trying to redesign them in a more meaningful and friendly way. And so that all involves understanding people as well as technology, and then combining them in a way that's meaningful to the users. So if you want to pursue an internship, I'd totally recommend not just relying on LinkedIn or Indeed. I think it's important to reach out to the organizations themselves directly and express interest, even if there's not necessarily an open position, because luckily that worked out for me, and you never know what sending an easy email can do. So I definitely recommend doing that in order to make the most out of a potential internship and secure an internship for a time period that you would like. Thanks so much.
Hi everyone, my name is Billy Chesbrough. I am a senior studying cognitive science through the Decision and Cognition track. And the career field that I have experience with through my internships is data analytics. And if you don't know what data analytics is, the best way I could describe it is storytelling through data and solving business problems. So I would say on one side of the spectrum, you have more like business facing and like business analytics. And on the far other side of the spectrum, you have data science, where you're not really interacting with the day-to-day of the business, but you're creating all these really awesome algorithms and investigating the data in other ways, as well as like setting up all the storage and management of the data. And then data analytics is right in the center of that, where you are able to understand and still have an influence on the back end with like the data science route, but also having influence on the day-to-day of the company, creating like recommendations for what the company should do based on what you find through the data. The internship process is difficult. Trying to, land an internship, it's really stressful. So obviously, a lot of Handshake, a lot of Indeed, going to LSA events, reaching out to anyone and everyone I could in order to try to get some kind of opening. And I think as helpful as all the online resources are, I ended up getting my internship through a connection with someone who actually works at so the company's Quicken Loans, doing data analytics. And I reached out to him, just asking like, hey, could you tell me a little bit about your experience? Not necessarily looking for, well, obviously hoping, but not necessarily like ensuring that I would have a position or even an interview. And I think one thing, the best advice I could give you is, people post-grad who have graduated from Michigan and they have experience in a certain field, and if you have some kind of connection with them, they're dying for, to be like a mentor or, give back in a way to undergraduate students, because they know exactly how hard it is to land one of these things. So I was really grateful after our conversation to be considered and then given an interview. And the best advice I give for an interview is to ask questions and try to, like, as best you can, obviously you can't do it perfectly, but present knowledge as if you were in the role. So like, Quicken Loans is a mortgage lender, so I remember asking questions about if X happened with the interest rate, how would that adjust like projections of certain type of mortgage in the near future. And I think it might have been a little more specific than that, but just like, asking questions that you think you would be asking on a day-to-day, that shows like you have the knowledge to be able to do this work. And when I was doing data analysis for Quicken Loans, the bulk of like an entry-level data analyst is really just understanding the data, being familiar with the data warehouse, and data visualization. So like I created 2 dashboards during my internship, and for that it was like daily metric monitoring for people within Quicken Loans to like click on that page, be able to like see all the metrics that they care about, and make sure that there's no critical fluctuations or anything like that. And then I actually interned there again, and it was a very different internship where my project, since I already had a general understanding of the company and I already did data visualization, the second internship was much more focused on like me actually searching through the process of the company, try to find something I can optimize, some questions I can ask. And I ended up creating looking through the data, showing it as my evidence and creating a recommendation for how the company can save, millions of dollars based on really considering specific realtor information, which is like a growing part of the company that they weren't considering before. So I actually developed a new metric that they're now reporting on, which was pretty cool. And other than that, I think, it's internship, it's job, it's this whole process, and it's really stressful. But I would say the best thing you can do is do something every day. So apply to at least a job a day or internship a day. And I would really reach out to people who you think might be able to help you out, because I'm telling you, they probably want to help you out, and just believe in yourself, because no one knows anything, and you just have to show that you are capable of knowing something. So I hope that helped somewhat, and best of luck.
Hi everyone, my name is Ali and I'm a senior on the Cog Sci decision track. So through pursuing research in consumer behavior in the marketing department at Ross, I knew that I was interested in the field of digital marketing and strategy. I started my recruiting process in the fall of 2019, primarily through LinkedIn, Handshake, and Glassdoor. I felt like these platforms were really useful to me through the internship search process, and also job search later on, because you're able to curate your internship search results based on all kinds of criteria like your areas of interest, your individual qualifications, the desired location of your internship, and so on. So for my summer internship, I was a summer digital strategy analyst at Adobe, and I was involved in the retail pod, where I got to work with 2 different clients, Nike and Signet Jewelers, to revamp their omni-channel e-commerce experience and improve their online customer journey. And my advice to students who want to pursue an internship is to reach out and talk to people with experience in the field you're interested in. So you should definitely take advantage of our alumni network, or even current students who have done internships in the career you're interested in. I think having an up-to-date LinkedIn profile and staying active on that platform is really the best way to find people with similar interests to you. I think there's really no harm in reaching out, and I personally had a great experience networking and talking to alumni who were happy to give me advice and provide any help they could. And so I wish you the best of luck in your internship search.